Never give up. Tony was a 13-year-old boy. He lived in a small town with his mom and younger sister. His family was not rich, but they had a warm little house and a lot of love. Tony was not like other boys. He didn't spend all his time playing video games or watching TV. He had a big dream. Tony wanted to be a great runner. Every time Tony watched the Olympics on TV, his eyes lit up. His favorite runner was Usain Bolt. Tony had a big poster of Bolt on his wall. Every night before bed, he looked at that poster and whispered, "One day, I want to be like you." But there was one problem: Tony was not fast. In school, whenever they had a race, Tony always came last. The other kids would laugh. Some of them said mean things like, "Why do you even try?" or, "You're too slow, give up." But Tony never gave up. Every morning, even before the sun came up, Tony woke up. He put on his old sneakers and went outside. The air was cold, and the sky was still dark, but Tony didn't care. He ran up and down the dusty road behind his house. His feet hurt, and his legs felt heavy, but he kept running. Sometimes he fell. Sometimes he cried. But he always got back up. His mom noticed. She made him warm tea after his morning runs and said, "I believe in you, Tony." Tony's little sister, Mia, made him small medals out of paper. She drew stars on them and wrote, "Best runner." She clapped every time he came back from running. "One day you will win a real medal," she said. Tony kept training. Weeks turned into months. While other kids played games, Tony ran. While others slept, Tony ran. He even made a notebook where he wrote down how far he ran each day. On some pages, he wrote messages to himself. "Keep going. You are getting stronger. Don't stop now." At school, the gym teacher noticed Tony's effort. He said, "Tony, I see you trying. That matters." Tony smiled. That small bit of praise meant a lot to him. Then one day, the school announced a big race. It was part of a sports day with other schools. There would be trophies and medals. Tony wanted to join. But the coach chose the fastest boys. Tony wasn't on the list. Tony didn't cry. He didn't get angry. He just kept training. He ran after school. He ran at night. One time, it rained hard. Tony still ran. His clothes were wet, and his shoes were muddy, but he said, "Rain or shine, I must run." 1 week before the big race, something happened. One of the boys on the team broke his foot. He could not run. The coach looked around and saw Tony running on the field by himself. He walked over and said, "Tony, you're in." Tony could not believe it. "Really?" he asked. "You earned it," the coach said. "I've seen how hard you work." Tony trained harder that week. He ate good food. He slept early. He stretched before running. He watched videos of races and learned how to move his arms and legs better. Finally, the race day came. The field was full of people. Kids from many schools came. There were loudspeakers, music, and cheers. Tony wore his school shirt and stood at the starting line. His heart beat fast. He looked up at the sky and said, "I can do this." The whistle blew. Tony ran. He wasn't first. He wasn't second. He was in 6th place halfway through. His legs felt like stone. His lungs burned. But he remembered his mom's words. He remembered Mia's medals. He remembered the poster on his wall. He ran faster. He passed one boy. Then another. Now he was in 4th place. The last part of the race was hard. It was uphill. Some runners slowed down. One boy fell. Tony kept going. He told himself, "Don't stop. You've trained for this." He pushed harder. He passed another runner. Now he was in 2nd place. The boy in 1st place was just a few steps ahead. Tony gave everything he had. He thought of all the days he ran alone, all the times he fell, all the times people laughed at him. His legs moved like the wind. At the last second, Tony passed the boy. He won. The crowd cheered. his mom cried. Mia jumped and shouted, "Tony! Tony!" Tony fell to his knees. He smiled and cried at the same time. The coach gave him a gold medal. It felt heavy and warm. "You did it," the coach said. "I never gave up," Tony replied. From that day on, Tony became an inspiration. Kids at school looked up to him. They said, "If Tony can do it, so can we." Tony still ran every day. He joined a local running club. He got better shoes. He helped others who were slow and told them, "Keep going. It's okay to be last now. What matters is not giving up." Years later, Tony went to the national race. He wore a shirt with his name on it. Before the race, he looked at the crowd. He saw his mom. He saw Mia holding a sign that said, "Go Tony!" He smiled. Then he ran. And he ran fast. Because Tony was not just a runner. He was a boy who never gave up.